What's up, everybody? Welcome back to No Faking Sports. I'm your host, David Kincaid, and today we got to talk about the Oklahoma Sooners at BYU. They get the job done, 31-24. The first thing I want to talk about in regards to this game is the elevation and the players having trouble with that, okay? Been hearing a lot of nonsense. Everybody talking about the defense isn't very good. We didn't do this. We didn't do that. Listen, and do understand that whenever you go into Provo, which is 4,500 feet above sea level, Norman is only 1,200 feet above sea level. You're going into a much higher elevation. It is much harder to breathe, especially when you're not used to that environment. I've played in those environments. It's very hard coming from Oklahoma. I am from Oklahoma. Going to Colorado, going to BYU, going to these mountain ranges, it is very hard to play in that environment. You're lethargic. You feel like you can't move. You feel nauseous. You feel sick. That's why they had oxygen on the sideline. That's why they told those guys to hydrate beforehand. I'm watching the game. I'm looking at the guy's body position when they go to tackle. Danny Stutzman wasn't his usual self. It was a very hard game for these guys to play in. If you don't think that Provo has a home field advantage, BYU has a home field advantage, you're kidding yourself. BYU is 4-1 at home before this game, with notable wins over Texas Tech and Cincinnati. Their only loss was to Iowa State. They always play well at home because they're fired up, they're running around, they're used to that environment. When you have to deal with the crowd, you have to deal with these guys excited and emotional. They're playing Oklahoma. They're going to play their best football game of the year. We get everybody's best shot. The guys went out and did what they had to do, and they came home with a W. Hats off to those guys going out, playing in that environment, fighting their tails off, and getting the win. I know what you went through. Congratulations to the Oklahoma Sooners. Now, Dylan Gabriel gets hurt. Say hit his head on the ground, concussion protocol. He might be back, he might not be back. I said in my last video, it is time for Jackson Arnold to play when everybody else was talking about, no, he needs to redshirt. These are meaningless snaps. They don't mean nothing. There's no such thing as a meaningless snap in a game that's close, in a game that you have to play to still win this game. The score is not 50-7. I wanted him to start from the beginning, but it didn't happen. He came in the second half. He had to play in the same environment. Lethargic, sluggish, having that nauseous feeling. Not to mention, he was already nervous, in which he admitted in his post-game interview, because of the situation at hand. He's not coming in which the game is already won. He could come in and have the headlines read that he lost the game and he's not ready. That is a lot of pressure to put on an 18-year-old, especially at the University of Oklahoma. But he came in, he played well. He did have an overthrow that everybody wants to talk about, but nobody talked about the slant that he threw to close the game out, to get the first down. Nobody wants to talk about that. Not only that, he needs to start and play the next game. DG, man, thank you for everything that you've done, but I'm going to say it again. Go get ready for the draft, bro. Go play in the Senior Bowl. Go compete at the Combine. You can get to a second, third round grade, possibly, if everything goes well. But if you come back and you have another concussion type situation, then that's another injury that you've had. You already have that injury-prone tag on you. Going into the NFL, bro, you're going to be a 4th, 5th round pick. We need our freshmen to go ahead and finish this season out. Play the last game. play in the bowl game, get those meaningful reps, because when you go into next year, you want to feel like it's already your team instead of you coming in and having to get it going. Because I'm going to tell you, man, we start the year off next year with Temple at 3. That's 3-8 this year. Okay, not very good. Houston, who's 4-7. After that, that's it. Jackson Arnold is going to have to play his butt off the remainder of that schedule. We're in the SEC now, guys. And you're crazy if you sitting up here thinking that he doesn't need these reps. After Houston, this is the schedule. Tulane, who is 10-1 this year. Texas, who is 10-1 this year. Auburn, who is 6-5 this year. LSU, who is 8-3. Missouri, who is 9-2. Alabama, who is 10-1. But y'all want him to just go into that slate without having as much experience as possible. No. That is not the formula for winning. I'm glad the red shirt idea is off the table. He played in his 5th game. Thank God. Because that would not have been a good idea. We ran the ball well. Gavin Sawchuk did his thing. Everybody's saying what's going on with the running back room, what's going on. There's nothing wrong with the running back room. I told you that. It is Jeff Lebby's resistance to call run plays. And I've said this over and over. We came out against BYU and we went 3 and out. You know why? Pass on first down, pass on second down, pass on third down. Pass on first down, incompletion, you didn't get nothing. Okay? You got to pass on second down now. You get 2. Now you're in a 3rd and 8 situation and you have to pass. We went 3 straight passes, punted the football. He figured it out. Let's run the football a little more. Gavin Sawchuk did his thing. We escaped Provo with a win, a much needed win. Let's close the season out strong. That's all I got for y'all, man. Drop down in the comments. Tell me what you think. Have you ever traveled and played sports, played football, played basketball, played anything in an environment that had a high elevation and you kind of know what these guys went through? Drop down in the comments. Tell me, do you think Dillon Gabriel should come back and finish the season? Or would you like to see Jackson Arnold finish the season out and make it his team going into the 2024 season? Go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Until next time, Boomer. Peace.